Michael John Ester.
Oh no. No.
I know.
We don't do that.
I know.
Okay.
We do.
You are the only one out of a few who can get away with it.
I mean, it's been a while. I've been doing this for some time, and I
I
promise
know.
that is the only time that I will use your full entire all three names. But
Okay,
also,
that's
I mean, I love a proper name. I love
I
a
know.
proper name. Love
I
using
know.
them.
I know.
I know. Anyway, Mike, welcome to Everyday with Kay, and welcome, friends, to the Everyday with Kay podcast, the podcast for the constantly curious community. I am your host, Katherine, and let me introduce to you the person that I am chatting with this week. Not only was he the person who gifted me this incredible shirt from, I'm going to go ahead and say it loud and proud, the only era that ever mattered in the NBA.
Yeah, bad boys.
Please feel free to pick a fight. Totally fine. Totally fine. So yeah, let's a quick introduction, and then we're going to get into our different segments and what we do. You are a newish dog dad.
I am.
You are a forever Ford guy.
I am.
You are a giant parrot head.
I am.
Mm-hmm. And you are my longest serving, because I do feel like it can be quite a chore. You are my longest serving and closest friend on this planet.
I know. That is surprising, but it's not shocking. If that
Okay,
makes sense.
I
If
want
that
to
makes
unpack
sense.
it. It does, but I want to unpack that after we get through
Mhm.
a quick couple of things, because that's the reason why we're actually here today in what you pointed out the other day to me, the anniversary
Mhm.
month
Yes.
of when we met. So we're going to get to that. But first, what are you sipping on? I mean, we do a lot of fermentation talk on this program. But it doesn't have to be a fermented beverage.
Can I pause with that and say happy birthday to you?
Sure.
What did we usually do on your birthday when you came to Birmingham?
We
the
always
town.
went. We walked town. We have always gone and gotten Greek salads
And then
at
after that,
Leo's Coney Island.
mhm,
Was it Sanders? We always went to Sanders. Do you have hot fudge? I hate you. Wait, but that's not actually for me.
no, it's for me.
They have mini bumpy cakes?
Yeah. Blow out the candle.
Like magic.
Magic.
That's a good one. I am magic.
Happy
I
birthday.
am.
Hope you had a
Thanks.
great one and it was fun and it was enjoyable. Now, to answer your question, you
Thanks.
tipped me off to this, which I started getting into whiskey. So I now have, and this is a change because I found this Werner's Blackberry.
Oh,
Yeah. So I am doing a whiskey and Werner's Blackberry.
this sounds delicious.
It's very good.
This sounds wonderful. And then for those of us tuning in whenever, we are recording this in August, which is why Michael is wishing me birthday things. I recently turned the ripe age of 49.
Level 49. Level 49.
I mean, 7 squared, whatever. Or just plain old
Whatever.
49. It's fine.
Whatever. Yeah. What do you got?
So I have one of my most favorite things, because again, since we're recording in August, it is surface of the sun hot here.
Oh, yeah.
You just can't even stay outside. Don't plan outdoor activities. It's insane. I've got Shiner's Ruby Redbird, which is one of my most favorite summer beverages. This is a beer that's done with ginger, coriander, and grapefruit. It clocks in only at like 4.5, 4.7%, really, really light. And as much as I preach about like opening your beer and letting it warm up, it's too damn hot. It's too hot. So you know what? We're gonna just drink it really cold.
Does it taste good cold?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
because you get a lot of the. It will taste better once it warms up, of
Of
course.
course,
And this has
right.
been out of the fridge for 10 minutes, maybe.
Okay. Okay.
It has been out of the fridge for a long time, but it's a great one. It's got a nice color on it. It's just a really solid, and I love Shiner. Shiner is out of Texas. And they've grown, they've done good things, and they always have a solid product. So for as much as I'm like small craft, sometimes like the medium-sized craft places are putting out good stuff,
Right.
and
Right.
that's what we got today.
Okay.
So cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Happy August.
Happy August.
Mm.
What's nice on that is that one of the cool things about this beer, um, not only the coriander and the ginger, which I think give it like a little bit of a wit characteristic, because a lot of wit beers have ginger and coriander in them. Um, this grapefruit is it's both the grapefruit, where you can recognize that it's like grapefruit, but then it's also a little pithy, which is that bitter
Yeah.
peel bit that
Yeah.
you get. And it's nice. It goes really well with the beer.
Really? Okay.
It's delicious. If you can find it, try it.
I
That's it
will.
for everybody. If you can find Ruby Redbird, try it. So good. We're gonna put that right there and hope I don't knock it over. Um, all right. So bourbon and ginger, classic.
Oh
The
yeah.
blackberry sounds very cool.
Yeah.
Very,
It's
very cool.
I saw it at the store the other day, and I was like, you know what? I always do the regular burners. I
Yeah.
mean, it is good. It pairs very well. But I was like, you know what? Let's just try it. And because it's always a seasonal thing here. They
Mm.
now have Burners now has Boston Cooler burners. Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
No, I'm not
Friends,
either.
if you can't tell, uh Mike and I are from the Detroit area. If that wasn't painfully obvious between the shirt, Sanders, Verner's, Coney Islands. I mean, they haven't even been Easter eggs. These have just been like, they're not even clues. These are
No.
just outright,
These are outright just
these are just the signs that we
there
are
you
from the
go.
Detroit area. There it is. There it is right there. All right. So this is great. We've got our bevs. We're going.
Oh,
It has been a long time,
it
and
has.
I'm not sure how good our memories are anymore because we're old now. So the next question is, how did we meet? What do you remember? How did we meet?
What do I remember? I remember it was a dark and stormy night.
Okay, great.
I remember the streets were lined with the glow of the lights. Oh wait,
Yes.
no, it was band
Mm-hmm.
camp.
Right. This one time at band
This one
camp.
band, yeah, it was. Never mind, forget that. It was band camp. We met at band camp
We did.
freshman year in high school. That's
Yeah. Yeah. Go Maples.
35 years ago.
35 years ago. It's true. We met freshman year at band camp. Um, right off the bat,
Oh, yeah,
because everybody for marching band, you had to report in August, and then get going. And you were saxophone.
yes.
I played the flute, which I later traded in for percussion,
So you didn't
and
have
that
to
was way cool.
march there. That's the key right there.
Well, it wasn't that I didn't have to march. It's that the strain of percussion instruments that I specialized in were non-marching instruments. And there's a couple reasons for that. A, I could read sheet
Specialized.
music because come on,
I'm sorry.
I was very skilled at auxiliary percussion.
Yes,
Do
yes, you
not
were.
threaten me with a vibra slap. Um, or a triangle, or like a big cymbal, or a gong,
Or a glockenspiel.
or a I could play the shit out of a glockenspiel. Don't kid yourself, and a
I,
marimba, and
I
a
know.
xylophone.
In the whip.
I could read sheet music, but I was too short and small at the time to carry the drums because I would like fall like forward with the
Top
drum
heavy.
harness. Right. Like with the drum, like I just would like fall over. So, um, yeah. So our band director was like, "How about a xylophone?" And I was like, "That sounds cool." So yeah, you were sax. I was auxiliary percussion. I got to hang out on the sidelines while everybody else had to learn their sweet dance moves.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah.
Yeah.
And all I had to do was push a xylophone everywhere.
Well, who helped every once in a while with that, with said
If
xylophone?
telling you, I mean,
Yeah,
if you don't have a xylophone, buddy,
I know.
what are you even doing with your life?
I know. I have to carry the xylophone on, or I have to push the xylophone and have the sax on top of it.
Yes. Yeah, that is correct. That is correct. It was quite the illustrious meeting,
Yeah,
you
and
know,
it was
as
quite hot.
it, I mean, as August tends to be, but like,
Ridiculous.
yeah, band camp was always, we never got a break. We never once got a break,
No.
ever. It was always so, so hot. Yeah, so that was, and it was just, we just kind of started hanging out,
Yeah,
and that was it.
it was a click. It was fun. It was, I mean,
Yeah.
even starting from freshman year all the way through senior year, our class was fairly small, and I think we still hold that record.
Yeah. We had a very small class. Everybody was pretty close.
So
But
yeah,
yeah, I think you and I, just one of those great, like, guess we're just going to be friends for the rest of our lives. And 35 years later, here we are. The 35 years is going to come up in a second when we talk about the main reason that we're here. And before we get to that, what currently, lately is on your radar? As we say at the beginning of the show, we are constantly curious. So, is there anything that's like piquing your interest right now? Any hobbies that you're starting? Any like, I'm just really obsessed with this one thing right now? Good shows? Like, what's on your radar?
well, a lot is always on my radar. But what I really wanted to focus on, and I'm really hoping to do this, maybe within the next 7 years, give or take. I really want to try to build a container home.
Okay.
I've done a lot
That's
of,
sustainable.
I know that's a lot. I've done a lot of research. The sky's the limit with what
Yeah.
and how you want to build. The only trouble is finding the land. That's it. Once you find the
Right.
land, once you
Right.
get the permits, everything else,
It seems pretty plug and play. Again, like once you get the land and obviously
yeah,
you've got to do all your like utilities and whatever, but like it seems almost like a very large scale Lego set.
yeah, yeah. And I've seen people start off with like one container, and then later on down the road, they have enough to add on another container to, expand or make a smaller container as an office or a studio. Um,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And I would love to have a little bit of land for the Maisie, my dog, or
Yes.
new dog, whichever comes first. But
Extra dogs.
extra
You never
dogs,
know.
but yeah, so they can roam, they can run. Um, but yeah, I mean, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. I watched a lot of do-it-yourselfers, a lot of um, remember this old house?
I sure do.
Got a
Of
lot of
course.
inspiration from that too. So ideas are kind of still like rummaging through my head and
Yeah.
what I want to do. And especially with the container home that I've noticed, super easy to go off grid.
Okay.
So to go solar.
Oh, oh, oh. Like, but not like
No,
purifying your own urine in mason
no,
jars.
no, 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 no. No.
Okay. I was
I'm talking
very
just
concerned for a moment.
off grid meaning just solar power, maybe even reclaim the rainwater, that kind of thing.
Well, I'll
People,
tell you, at the rate we're destroying this fine planet of ours, I think this is a really good, sustainable,
Mhm.
and interesting idea. Um, and yeah, I think that's great,
I
man.
mean,
I think that's a cool.
I'd like to. I'd like to at least get ideas, at least start, you
Right.
know, look at land, see what the dollar figures are, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I think that's
it's
super
not
cool.
in full go now.
I think the thing is, when it comes to curiosity and when it comes to exploring hobbies and interests and things like that, they don't generally, and I think for a lot of people, they don't start as like a pow, they
Right,
start as a little kernel in the bag before the bag of popcorn like
right.
pops up,
Maybe
right? So
I don't know if I saw something online and be like, that's kind of cool. Let's take a look at that.
Well, right, and then that gets the ball rolling, and then before you know it, you're in like a game of mousetrap where the marble is all over the place and you're all over the place, and you're like, "Oh, but this could work." And I think that that's one of those like really great things about exploring what else is out there and
Yeah, yeah,
exploring, you know, hobbies, doing something that you're like, "You know what? This could absolutely work, and there's no reason not to try it," right? I mean,
exactly.
life's too short to be scared, so
Right, right.
whatever, go for it. I think
So
that's great. I think it's great.
little steps. So, first, if you know that you can get the container, great. Start looking for the land and the permits. And then from there, little by little, and people I've seen YouTube videos where they're like, "Oh yeah, over the course of 2 years, we fully built this." I'm like, 2 years? That's really not horrible, but they have a job too. So it's like they do their
Sure,
job,
yeah.
and then after that, they're starting to, and they build it themselves, or that at least they
I think
have
what's
they build it with the contractors.
yeah. I think what's very funny when you talk about this, you talk about planning and baby steps, and it's like very pragmatic and very logical and like very left brain and all of those things. In my mind, I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go like find myself a container and I'm gonna keep it somewhere, and then I'm gonna find somewhere else, and then somebody might help me do this, and maybe I can do this, and like, boom, 6 months later, there's a house,
There's
and
a
you're like,
house.
no,
No,
7 year plan.
yeah, it's
But
gonna
I
take
think
time. It's gonna take time.
it will take time, but I think it's a really cool thing to start to investigate. Again, especially with I think climate change and the way things are going and like that sounds like a really, really sustainable and cool idea. So the the big giant reason that we're here today, we alluded to this earlier, is that you and I are celebrating our 35th friendiversary this month. And what I wanted to spend some time talking about, and this came about even before I had like a skeleton outline for the show, was there is something that is unique and special and rare about incredibly long term friendships that are also long distance. We, in our case, we have not lived in the same area in, I can't even math that fast. In whatever 49 minus like 18 is. It's a lot. Um, it's a lot. It's a lot of years, right? Like we have not lived by each other since senior year of high school.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
so I think that's what I want to like that's what I really want to explore is like what are things that we've done? How has it worked? What makes something that is this just like just very tight friendship work over miles, over time, over distance, over
Hmm.
all of those things?
Right.
So, I mean, I know in my mind, but yeah, like, why do you think, or what are some things that have contributed to the success of this? Because I know there's an, I'll actually let you answer that question one second, but there's one other thought on this. Like, when I went to college, I made an active choice to not actually stay super close with high school people because I was like, nope, I'm out. I'm going to college. I'm going to make that's it. Like, new people, like, whoosh, wipe the slate. I'm doing new things. Um, but then at the end of college, made the same choice again. Was like, well, that's great. These, like, I'll keep it touch with like two people. Everybody else, see you later. I'm off to do new stuff. And I think there's clearly a conscious choice part of like, no, this is something that I'm going to put effort into. But now, like, give me some of your thoughts on this.
I think, to me, there was that connection at the very beginning. Okay, which
Hmm.
clicked, was fun, which was always happy. There were always happy moments, if that makes sense, right? A lot of memories, even in even in the high school days, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I think when you have that for 4 solid years, um, it 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 doesn't fade. It keeps going. You can't just
Hmm.
cut that off cold turkey, right?
Right.
So it
Right.
feels like an empty void. It feels kind of like sadness, depression, which we never really had in our relationship in high school, right? So once we both graduated, you went off, I stayed. I stayed at home, went to community college, which is fine. But
Which
there
is
was no,
great. College is expensive. Everybody should go to
yeah,
community college. It should be accessible for
because I
everybody.
didn't know what
Rant.
I wanted to do yet, and
That's it,
I like to
right?
say I still don't. But at the same time, it's like there was no email back then.
No.
I mean, it just was on the cusp of starting the internet and the email. So what do, right? And I got your address, and we wrote.
Yeah.
We did the
We
old
wrote
fashioned.
letters.
We wrote the old fashioned letters, and I think
Dear everyone, this is a pencil.
there you go.
This is a pencil. If you put it on paper, it writes.
And
Then
and
you gotta use
your
stamps.
your brain to mouth, right? To write. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I know.
I think that's because that. I mean, pardon the expression. That's more the writing. The letter is more intimate than just
Yeah.
you know. It
No, I
takes
think you're exactly right because it takes more time to focus on like what are the things that I want to get down on paper that are the most important because it can't be like a text every thought. It can't be like like a random email 3 times a day or whatever. It was like these are things that happened in the past 2 weeks. And I think there is no, and I think the word intimate is completely appropriate. And I think there's this intimacy to letter writing that we don't have anymore, but we did back then. Yeah.
yeah. So that sort of, I think, grew that friendship, stayed longer, or stayed with us longer because
Hmm.
of that step, right? And
Right.
then
Right.
once emails and internet came into play, it was still new, so not everybody had it. Um, but at the same time, it started to grow, and now it's just, "Boop, oh, I can get a hold of anybody now." So
Well, right. Right. And I think on my end, thinking about this too, I think the communication piece to it is huge for making something last over a very, very long time. I mean, 35 years is a grown ass adult. Like
yes,
our friendship has a 401k.
yeah, probably a
Our
child,
friendship have probably is right. Like our friendship probably has a couple of kids. Our friendship is this old, right? Where like our friendship might be scheduling a colonoscopy. Who knows, right? Like,
right?
and it takes so much time to build that, but then I have a theory when it comes to just friendship in general, and that is that if you treat it like a garden, that garden is going to flourish. If you neglect feeding, watering,
Right,
tending, your garden is going to die. But if you make the conscious choice to always grow the garden, then like you're going to reap the benefit of the effort,
right,
right?
and it doesn't have to be like, oh, I got to put everything in right now. It can spread out week, 2 weeks at a time, little by little.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
with the day and age now that we live in, with the technology and everything is at the now,
Mhm.
could go without contacting each other for a week, maybe longer. Contacting each other again and be
Maybe.
like, "Hey, what's going on? Nothing. What's going on with you?" It's never awkward. It's never a bad thing. It's always where we left off.
Correct. 100%. I think that's absolutely something to be considered when you're talking about depth and breadth and length of relationship. And then one of the other things that in now given I don't prepare for these because I'm better just in here than I
Yeah,
am
me
with
too.
like notes.
Me too.
Um, right. Well, that's we'll get to that part in a minute of how you and I have some pretty similar, very different but very similar brains at the same time. But for me, it's also one of these things of like identifying your safe people with the onslaught of the internet and social media and all these things. You can have a lot of acquaintances, but who are your safe people that you know very well you can throw up in front of them, you can cry in front of them, you're really angry in front of them. You can be a very, very real person because there's so much masking that's done now, right? With the way that we present ourselves online and all of these things, you lose authenticity
Right.
and something, right? Like
Right.
something that you and I have had over all of these years is is nothing shy of fierce authenticity. We know literally everything about the other person and can be like ugly in the sense of like we can just be raw and very open and all of those things. And it's a safety that I think we are losing
Yes.
almost because of all of the connectivity. We're losing some safety, right?
Right. And that's why I mean, like everything is in the now. Everything is
Yeah.
at your fingertips. You lose that sense of authenticity, that sense of safety, that sense of um understanding between each other. And I like to say that our generation grew up,
Mhm.
no, the best generation, of course, but
Obviously.
because of that technology too, because we never had the internet, we never had email, we never grew up with cell phones at 10 years old. We always
Right.
played outside. We always had to entertain ourselves. And then when the technology came in, we still encompassed all of our previous actions,
Right.
and we just grew it into that technology.
I think our generation, which we are proud Gen Xers, um, I think our we had to bring technology had to work its way into our lives. Our lives
Yes.
didn't revolve around technology, and
Yes.
that I think is like we had to figure out how to bring it in as opposed to like it's just here,
Hmm.
and that's like
Right.
right. Oh my God, I was just remembering you said cell phones, and I was just remembering my first cell phone. And I have it here in my home,
Oh,
and I cannot tell you it's yeah, no, I have it. I have all of my everything, every device. I've saved every device because I wonder if like someday there will be some kind of like tech museum.
oh
Are
yeah.
you digging for a phone?
I am
What are you
yeah, I
doing?
am digging through something. I am trying to find.
You're not even you're all right. Well, you do that and I'll talk Michael. Um, it's a giant, thick ass Nokia flip phone. And it was before you could text on the phone, so it really was just like flip it flip it open and be like, "Hello, here I am,
Wait, wait, wait.
walking down the street."
You have to do the
What are we
antenna.
Oh, n you know what? I actually had the kind I was one generation beyond that when I got my first one. I had the little, like, nub of an antenna.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So this was, like it was the nub of the antenna, it was the Nokia, it was my first one, it was, like it was so bulky, it was so it's just a absolute riot, right? And it was something that I legit when I moved to Chicago on my own, they had just started to come like, cell phones were just starting to be a thing, and it was probably both you and my parents because it usually goes in that trifecta of, like, "Can you please get this thing because if you are walking around, we would like you to be safe."
Yep.
Because I didn't
My-
know anybody.
No, my mom first got us, my sister and myself, prepaid cell phones.
Beautiful,
Yeah. I
beautiful.
I
This is
graduated to a brick myself. Yeah, with the antenna. It didn't have the flip yet, just the brick with the antenna.
you've
Um,
always been more techie than I have.
yeah, yeah. So that was my actual first, and I still have it somewhere in this desk.
Oh, yeah,
That's what I was trying to
yeah.
run with
I
around.
mean
Yeah, because I
I feel like now as part of the promo for this show, I'm gonna just like lay out all of my old tech and be like, if you can identify any of these, you are our people.
yeah, that's
I
gonna be.
mean, they're
I'm gonna go to like the Antiques Roadshow one day with all this technology and
that's the thing to do.
okay.
Yes, antique
Side note.
tech roadshow.
20
Yes.
years ago when I left my previous job or my other job, we were all let go. They were moving the office overseas. Anyway, I digress. We were rummaging through all desks. Talk about technology. People were like opening up desks and like, oh, C++ certification books. Great, I'm going to take that. Hey,
Yeah.
A plus certification. I'm going to take that. Whatever. I open up a cabinet and I see two copies in their original packages. Windows for Workgroups 3.11, the original operating system.
Wow.
They're still in their packages. I still have them.
Now that I think is how you're going to figure out how to invest for your container home. That's what I mean, I think you've got a little nest egg right there.
3.12. And I was considering like, because I have an old computer that actually has a floppy drive that I built. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm just going to open one and just see and just play around with it. And
Nah.
it's just going to take too much time. I don't want to do that. And so I still have them.
Yeah.
Both of them.
That's insane. That is insane. So, just bringing us back
Back
around.
full circle.
Bringing us back. I also one of the things that I've always appreciated too is I have always been a person that has had guy friends, and it's a very comfortable space for me to
Mhm.
be, is to have guy friends, and I think now, which is great, we've got friend groups that are all mixed of all kinds of everything, right? And
Right.
it's everybody all the time, and that's great. But it wasn't always. I felt like I was more of an anomaly back in high school, where it's like, I don't want to actually hang out with a lot of girls. I would like to hang out with guys that are so much easier to hang out with, more
Hmm.
laid back, and all of these just so much easier to hang out with for me at that time. Um, which I always found interesting too, that like the longest hanger on, and like I will be very I am no picnic. I am no easy task. So
You're such a
like
chore.
it's you know what? You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I know that. Like, I'm very aware
As long
of
as you
my
know that,
chorness.
as long as you know you're fine.
Right. No,
There
I
are
know.
there are people who are like energy vampires who are just like, oh my god, you're so draining. But you're not. You are totally the
Well,
opposite of that. You think you are draining, but you're not. You're fun. You're all over the place.
well, you know,
That's the quirkiness of you, you know?
that ain't quirky, honey. That's diagnosed ADD in 1990, before the H,
With for the H.
before everybody else
I was
had
gonna
it.
say, where did that
I
H come into play?
well, my H, I don't have H.
I do.
H wasn't even a ADHD
Now I
was
do.
less. It was yes, ADHD and ADD were separate
Right. Yeah.
for a very long time. And it was you had to look at, like, when you had your neuroscans, and you had to look at where where your basically your neurotransmitters weren't balanced. So I've never had the H. I could sit still for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and I will be quite literally exhausted because my brain hasn't stopped. And it's just draining, right? And then there are the people who are like, you know, toe tapping and rearranging things, and like, tapping pencils and doing all of these other like exterior and external things. No, I mean, mine was
Rearranged
always
my
like,
bedroom 4 times today. Why?
right?
Really?
Because something in your body was like, you know what you should do? Move this bed.
Good. No, it doesn't
Yeah.
look good there. Let's move it here. You know what? Not in this room. Let's move it over in this room.
Sounds wonderful. Oh my God. It's
No,
so,
my
that
brain
was actually something else.
my
Go
brain
ahead.
never shuts off ever.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, that's a very, very real thing. I think that was something though that you and I were able to bond over as well, because you and I
Mhm.
both had some, we're both neurodivergent people, which means that we do not have a balanced brain like neurotypical people. We are neuroatypical. Um, and we both had some issues in high school, some learning struggles. And that was something that I also think we were like, God bless, how are we going to get through algebra today?
Well,
I suppose we'll just sit here and talk to each other instead of doing our homework, but maybe we'll get something solved and X will have a value.
right.
Maybe.
Maybe
Um, maybe. Who knows? All right. So
challenges.
we're gonna yes, challenges. Yes, it looked like you were gonna say something.
No, We're gonna what?
Okay, great. We're gonna move on to a new segment that I'm bringing into the conversation, which I'm very excited about because I always get excited to see what people say to this. I would like to know what phrase you want to bury deep in the ground. You never want this phrase to see the light of day ever again.
Great question, because a couple episodes ago
Hmm.
said it is what it is. Oh,
Yep, that was our friend Ray. Hmm.
it's a true statement, yes, but let it go. Seriously. Um, I I don't know if I really have one. That was really it. That's the one that really kind of really irks me. Is it is what it is, right? Um, I do have one that I absolutely love that I
That
use.
you want to like resurrect
No,
and give eternal life to?
well, no one really knows about
Okay.
it. And when
You know what? That's what we're here for.
when I say it, everyone's like, "What? That's new." So, um, whenever, and this is mostly for work stuff, whenever I'm, in a meeting or a conference call or whatever, and something's really difficult and it hasn't come to fruition, and it's always going to be a challenge, it's always going to be there. I will usually say it's a bugaboo, and
Okay.
it is what you want it to be, right?
Okay. That's how we're defining bugaboo.
That's how we're defining it. It's a bugaboo. It's crappy, it's shitty, it's horrible, it's horrific, it's challenging, it's never ending. All right, it's a bugaboo, and that's
But
what I'm.
will it eventually, I mean, it'll eventually work itself out.
Well, it'll eventually work itself out, yeah, but when? We don't know.
Sure. Well, it does. I'll tell you. It does beat it is what it is because it is what it is truly awful. And
Sorry,
I'm going to save what?
my eye was twitching when you said that.
You're all right. I know. It's like, ugh, I can't stand that phrase. Um, but all right, we've got one that we actually want to like bring to light instead
Bring
of
to light, yeah.
bury. I like it.
I really don't have one that really drives me up the wall except for that, and I don't want to, say someone took mine. Um,
I
so
know that
uh,
guy.
I know, dude. So I kind of changed it up on you, and I want it to. I mean, feel free to use it. Anybody who's listening, it's yours. It's yours for
You're not copywriting
not
a very old
copywriting. I'm not
word.
gonna I'm not trademarking it. Nope.
All right. All right.
It's
Good to
free.
know.
It's free for the world.
Wonderful. And when the container home gets built, we'll call it Casa Bugaboo, and that'll be its name.
Hey,
Hey, look at that.
that'll
We
work.
love it. All right. I mean, I'm very excited. We haven't, no one has said mine yet, and I'm not going to divulge. I mean, most of the world knows it, but I'm not going to divulge it yet. I'm going to give it its own special,
Okay,
just full on rant someday.
well, that's fair.
Because I hate it so much. Um, all right. It's time for our three questions. Do you want to go one for one, or do you want to go
I go one
three
for
and
one.
three?
I want to go one for one.
Okay. Would you like to go first, or would you like to start, or would you like to go second?
You know what? I think I'm gonna go first. All right.
Okay.
What is your guilty pleasure, non-alcoholic?
I mean, alcohol is not a guilty pleasure. Alcohol is just a thing that I occasionally have. Um, it's honestly, it's a British television.
Really?
It's British television.
Anything?
Absolutely. I
Anything?
watch
Comedy, mystery?
no, not comedy. It's British crime dramas
Okay.
or British period pieces.
Okay.
So, you know, I could name. I mean, I'm probably watching 4 to 5 different ones right now. Some of them are just on repeat because I
That,
love
yeah.
listening.
You love listening to that.
I just love it's just it's so especially like the crime dramas that take place in these very small villages, and you just kind of look at the scenery and you're like this accent is beautiful, the scenery is beautiful. Obviously, I could become like a small town detective if I move to England and get a little cottage and just say that I'm a detective, then everyone will accept me as a detective because that's the
Absolutely. Of
premise of like
course.
most British crime shows are like I am a priest. I also solve
Right. I was gonna
crimes.
say
And it's like
like you're a librarian and you're also a
crime solver.
crime solver
Yeah.
or
That's it.
I write novels, but I'm also a crime solver. Now,
Right.
do you
Hmm.
watch with closed captioning on because of the accent?
Never.
Okay,
No, never. I'm not. No. I think the only time I've ever done that is I did watch um an Australian
that's a little tough.
show, and it was that one was, but it was like because it was for Australians who
Mm,
are very used to the dialects.
and
It was
slang.
so fast that I
Hmm.
was like, "Holy smokes!" Closed captioning it is.
Closed
All right.
captioning. Okay.
Um, closed cap. I don't know. I'm not. You know what? It's not even guilt. I'm not. I don't feel guilty about
Yeah,
watching a
I mean,
ton of
for me,
British
closed
television.
captioning is like reading, and I'm not saying I'm not a reader, but I don't. If I'm watching TV, there's a
You're
reason
not
why
a reader,
there's a reason why I'm watching TV. It's because I don't want to read right
right? Right. All right. This one I feel is fairly challenging, and I hope that you have an answer. Being a forever Ford person,
now. Okay.
I would like to know what year of the Mustang is your favorite. I know.
I'm
Because
going.
it's the greatest. I mean,
It is great. It is a great question. So the Mustang originally came out 1964 and a half. Great year. Um, I felt that it could have done better. Um, but 1967, and I'm going to say one word, and I think you know what I'm going to be saying.
I do.
Eleanor.
Yeah. 100%.
Absolutely
100%.
Eleanor. And
Best year. Absolutely.
I mean, it's just jaw-dropping on
Mhm.
how beautiful it is, the
Big.
look, the sound, just everything is just perfect. Everything is sleek. Everything has a meaning. So that is my favorite year, just because of Eleanor.
Yes. Eleanor is a Shelby. A Shelby was a style of Mustang.
Hmm.
And if anyone watching is a car nerd and you want to watch something specifically about the development of the Ford Mustang, A Faster Horse is a great
Yes,
documentary to
great
watch.
documentary.
The information on like how Ford committed itself to designing the Mustang engine to sound a specific way, like it had to
Yes,
sound
it has a sound.
the and it's so great.
I mean, it's so distinctive. I mean, you can tell like,
Mhm.
oh, like I could tell if I close my eyes, I could be like, oh, that's probably a Ferrari or maybe it's a Lamborghini. But as soon as you start up that Mustang,
Mhm.
it's like, oh,
Oh yeah.
that's a Mustang. I might not know the year or the make,
No,
but you'll be like, oh, that's a Mustang because
it's a
of
Mustang.
how it starts up.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's so
Not
distinctive.
Detroit kids at all. We're not car
No,
kids at all.
no,
No.
no.
No. Not at all. All right, you're up.
Okay. I'm not going to say celebrity. I'm going to say someone famous, living or dead. Who would you want to have dinner with, and why?
I'm gonna She actually recently passed away, and I was shocked at the amount of time I spent like crying over her death, and that is Dame Maggie Smith. Um, she is the Dowager from
Yep,
Downton Abbey.
yep.
She is Professor McGonagall from Harry Potter. And at this stage in A, life, two, the state of the world, I feel like I feel like having a cocktail with Maggie Smith. Like I don't need to eat a meal with her. I need to sit down and have like some proper gin and tonics and like talk about life with Maggie Smith. That's a good one. I like that one. I also am pretty impressed with my own brain of being like, nope, that's the one.
um, is there another reason why though, Maggie Smith? Just, I mean, is it just for life in general? Is there one
Her
specific
like
thing you want to discuss?
she's been a stalwart figure when it comes to being an advocate for um equality for women in film and things like that, and just being an outspoken like, nope, everything should be equal. And I respect her outlook on a lot of different things. She also has a lot of really great views on the importance of the female friendship and like female circles of friends and why those are so important. I just honestly, I just happen to love her. I
Okay.
just think she is cool. I mean, there's plenty of others, but like I'm gonna go with her.
She would be the
All right.
top.
My next one, what are we, 2 and 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Two and one. I thought because
2
that
and
was
1. This is my second
this
one.
is your second one.
Um, this has been something that you and I have debated, both on the internet and in person, but now we're just going to do it here in a different medium. Is Jimmy Buffett yacht rock?
Okay. Two stances on this. Short answer, no. Longer answer, yes. He started off really as he started off as country. Okay. Until
An
I want
unfortunate choice for him.
right. I mean, good songs, but it was more country-ish until um until around mid 80s, I think it was, until he started getting into the Caribbean motif. That's where it started getting into yacht rock. That's where it started getting into the steel drums and the Caribbean type sound. Okay. So
Mhm.
yes, he was is now yacht rock, but when he first started out, he wasn't.
Agree to disagree for the rest of all time.
I'm just stating facts.
You are stating your opinion, which is exactly what I asked you for. So good
Okay.
job.
Okay. All right. All
I
right.
know, I know, I know, I know the
No,
worst. We
I would agree
disagree on this one, and that's fine.
because he does actually have a 4 disc set called Boats, Beaches, Bars, and Ballads.
Mm,
So that's kind of more yacht rock ish. Um,
okay.
it had like the Beaches album has more steel drums to it. So does the Boats side of it. So yeah, I mean he is yacht rock. I'm not complaining. I'm not arguing
Well,
on that.
I look forward to my full immersion into the world of Jimmy Buffett when you and I go to Margaritaville in October. Again, we're recording this in August, so we have some time, but
I I will be bringing you my discology on a thumb drive for him, just
if
just
sure.
because, just because,
Okay. For my edification.
just for your edification. That's exactly.
Oh, okay. All
Okay.
right. Well, okay. That sounds great.
You
I cannot
sounds
wait. It
you
sounds
sound
great.
you sound so thrilled.
Listen, listen, I'm not a fan. You know I'm not a fan,
I know
but
you're
I
not.
am excited. So the side note on this is that Mike here turned 50, and for his 50th birthday, I am taking him to Margaritaville because,
Yep.
he loves Buffett.
Can't wait.
And yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna
That's
be
gonna
fun.
be
It's gonna
that's
be
gonna be
great.
fun. It will be fun. You'll
All
see.
right.
All right. Last
My
question.
last question, and this is just leading into
Oh,
your
I thought I had one.
wild.
Well, hold on. I thought I was next. I had one more.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just went. You go. Sorry, sorry.
Okay, that's all right. So going back to band camp. Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
with what you know now, with the instruments that you played, what instrument would you like to learn how to play? Or
Violin.
uh,
You
yeah,
didn't even have to
I
finish.
didn't even have to finish. Wow, why? Why the violin?
I would. I've always wanted to learn a stringed instrument. It seems so difficult and so hard, and is one of those things. Like most woodwinds, go back to just if you play the piano, picking up a woodwind instrument isn't terribly
No,
difficult.
it's not.
I am by no means just like discounting the difficulty in woodwind instruments, but when you start on piano, you can get into the woodwinds fairly easily. Um, and you can do a little bit of brass, not a ton, right?
Right.
Um, Brass has always seemed very complicated to me, but it also it holds no interest. Strings, on the other hand, which are like an animal unto themselves, that is something I want to learn. I tried very hard to learn the guitar, but I have very small hands and I can't get my hands properly around the neck
Yeah.
of a normal size guitar. Um, so violin is the answer. Violin, violin. Always wanted to learn.
Okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
like that answer.
Yeah.
Didn't have to finish the
All right.
question,
So
but I
you're
like that answer.
I know. I knew where I was going. And I've played a fair few instruments. So like, yeah, violin's what I want to learn. Maybe a nice fiddle. Who
Fiddle. There you
knows?
go.
Yeah, yeah. All right. You are what I describe as a mild prepper. You enjoy preparedness, right?
Yes.
And being prepared for the things
Yep.
that may or may not happen.
Right.
Um, I would like to know what your what is the one this May? What is the one thing that you think everyone should have in case of an emergency? You can only pick one because you could go on for another hour about this. You can only pick one.
Sure. And I'll tell you the story after I tell you my one
Okay.
in this state. But I would probably say a flashlight or some kind of lantern because if crap happens and you're in your apartment, you're in your home, and the lights go out, how are you going to see anything? How are you going to get to where you need to go? How are you going to get out of what you need to get out of? Right. So I would say a flashlight. And to be honest, me personally, I have a flashlight in every room at the ready. So
Okay.
that if the lights go out at night, oh, I know where that flashlight is. Grab it. Let's go. I can go around the house, figure out what I
Right.
need to figure out what I need to get, figure out what I need to do first. But you can't really do that if you're searching for some kind of light.
Sure. Sure.
So that's the one.
That's yeah. No, I get that.
So
Um,
so
Good.
the reason why, and I'll try to keep this story quick. Remember, I don't know if you were here back in 2003, but
I was not.
we had the entire
Hmm.
Detroit area blackout. And I was working at EDS at the time, and I left the work early. I was on the fifth floor, got out of the elevator, I got in my car, and I looked at it, I was like, you know what? And even on my way in my car, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get gas on my way home. No big deal. And then I was thinking about it, it's like, I need to get groceries. I'm just gonna get it on the way home. And this was on a Friday.
Hmm.
So I get to the first intersection and the traffic lights are blinking. I'm like, okay, that's weird. So I look, I'm cross safely and I get to the next light blinking. I'm like, oh, maybe it's just a grid. Then I get to the next light and they're off. I'm like, I'm in a different city. What in the hell's going on? And I
Right.
call on I think it was like my second gen cell phone at the time.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
And I finally get a hold of work and it's the cell reception scratchy. It's, at best. And everyone's like, the whole east side of the state is down and blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh my god, what's going on? So I turn into the radio and that's scratchy, and I'm just trying to figure out what the heck's going on. I get home from Troy to Sterling Heights. I was living at the time. I get home on fumes. Can't get gas because gas pumps are
Right.
down. I have
Yeah.
zero food in my house because I said I'm just going to get food on my way home. I didn't have any flashlights anywhere. The only thing I had was water because I was on
Right.
city water. So what do? I had a little bit of cash. There was the pizza shop down the way. They had a gas oven. They were selling stuff cash only. So at least I had a little bit of food. Neighbors kind of got together and helped each other out. Great, fine. But to that day, I said to myself that I would never not be prepared. I have some kind of plan. I have a pantry now. I have some kind of food
Hmm.
staple pantry so I can eat. I can cook something if need be. Um, I always have some water on hand just in case.
Hmm.
It's not, oh my God, the world's ending. It's what happens if I lose power?
Yeah. No,
What happens if the city loses power?
well, right. And I think that's the thing that we're seeing. There's a lot of strain on grids. And so that's something, and storms are getting bigger.
Storms are getting
So,
bigger
I mean,
and
it's
yeah, you're right.
right.
So that
So
that's
I think
why.
it's an important thing. I didn't know if it would be like a complicated answer or if it would be something very
No,
simple. But you know what? To be honest, I can't tell you where a flashlight is in this house. And I'm supposed to be getting ready for hurricane season.
yeah,
So,
and even just the smaller, flashlights, the little, hint,
oh, yeah, no.
yeah, and put one in every room. You're right next to your desk, right there.
Yes.
It just I
Yes, Dad.
I have a flippin' lantern in my bathroom because why?
I know.
If I'm taking a shower and all of a sudden the power goes out with no storm and the power goes out, I'm trying to fumble around on slippery tile. Hell no.
I know. I know. I know.
Not at 50.
Please. You're brittle now. You could shatter like a china plate.
I know.
All right. Wait, that was it. We did our three for C. We get to talk and I lose count.
Great.
All right, the fun times. It's now the part of the show where we tell folks what they can do to support the show and how they can join the Everyday with Kay community. And there's a lot of different ways. And we talk about this at the end of every single episode because this kind of stuff is important to small creators who are getting started out. Um, Easy things on socials. We've got a Facebook page. Go ahead and like it. Got an Instagram page? Go ahead and follow. Beyond that, share those things, right? If you like an episode, if you like a clip, if you like a post, share it to your stories. Quick and easy. Quick and easy. It takes zero time to do. You can find the show on YouTube, which is great and a wonderful platform and very easy to use if you're uploading videos and things like that, which is nice. Subscribers help immensely. So even if you're like, I don't know if I want to listen to every single episode, you don't have to. But subscribing is a huge help. Um, we are also on Spotify. We are on Amazon Music. We are on Apple Podcasts. All of those things. Like it, follow it, share it, subscribe it, tell your friends. I mean,
Do it.
you can tell your friends about your dog. You can tell your friends about the food you ate. Tell your friends about the show you listen to. Right?
There's always good
I
information
know.
on these shows. Always good information.
There's, at the end of the day, the whole point is to talk to folks that are just normal people and to just have conversations because everyone loves eavesdropping and I can eavesdrop, in your living room. Um, so yeah, that's that. This has been an absolute delight. I promised you I would only use your full name once, and I did only use your full name once. Um,
I'll allow it.
I know, I know. But this is great, and I appreciate you taking the time, and this is good stuff. All right, my dear, go Maples.
Go Maple. Fear the leaf.
Fear, fear fear the leaf. Indeed. Fear the leaf. All right, buddy. This has been incredible. I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Of course, we'll talk tomorrow. We'll talk the next day because we are always at the ready with instant communication now.
Always at the ready.
Always at the
Always at the ready. All right, I love you.
Love you too.
All right. See ya.
Bye.